It's a really important issue that we need to focus on. In my presentation today, I spoke about the internal environment and the external environment. So the internal environment, I'm talking about things like your communication, your policies, procedures, your systems, your processes, all that sort of stuff. And this is usually where things go pear-shaped. If we don't have the right systems and processes to support good communication, often that's where conflict comes in. When conflict comes in, that's generally where the stress comes in. If you've got stress in your system, that you're 23% more likely to visit an emergency room as a result of that stress. So that's why I'm a really big advocate for, getting those systems and processes right, ensuring that the right relationships are in place, reducing that stress and conflict to ensure that we can have a safe, productive and profitable business as well. The labour market out there is very tight, and those that are already engaged in an employment relationship in the industry, whether that's paid labour or family labour, they're having to work 10 times as hard to get the jobs done, because the people just aren't out there to fill the roles that we've got in this industry. This is particularly important because in agriculture we're often in business with our family, and so we have to live with our family as well. We can't separate the two worlds, and that's why communication is just so important, and particularly relationship as well. We need to focus on that relationship, and that's why it's important to have things like policies and procedures or codes of conduct in place to really be clear about the standards of expectations and what's required of individuals who are going to be a part of that family farming business unit. We have to be really clear on what is actually required and what is actually not required at that given point in time. Understand what your priorities are. Sure, look, if you're in that situation and you need to make that emergency response, of course, it's all hands on deck for that. But you need to look after yourself before you can look after other people. There's a saying out there that says before you lead yourself or try and help other people, you should understand yourself. Understand the impact that you have on other people is a really important thing. So if you're stressed, you're going through that flood recovery effort or fire recovery or whatever, and you're blowing out on those that really love you, support you and appreciate you, that's going to erode the relationship down the track. So yeah, understand yourself before you try and lead other people. But I think the culture's actually changing on that. I think it's, we're creating a culture where it is safe to ask for help. It is safe to say, I don't know what to do in this situation, or I made a mistake, or things like that. The culture, the wheels are really turning on that particular conversation, and I think, the more that we can see progress in that particular area, the better mental health outcomes we'll see.